well. So I'm Brian Barcelona. I'm the owner operator of Limestone Property Management. It's a South Florida-based property management firm that specializes in condominium. I want to thank everybody here for attending. I want to thank our webinar our main speakers today, John and Philip from Chase Roofing. I'm glad that they're able to make it here, so they can introduce themselves a little bit as well. If you want to say a little bit about your expertise.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is John Guglielmi. I am the Vice President of Business Development for Chase Roofing. We've been in business for over 22 years, and we serve the Tri-County area. And also, we have a location in Tampa that services that area for repairs, maintenance, and re-roofs.
And I'm Philippe Dray. I'm the consultant for the new roof. We have few consultants, and I'm taking care of the new roof department, which is what called also the re-roof. So it's a little bit confusing for some clients. They believe that we put a roof on top of another roof. No, it's the new roof. And I've been in the company for 5 years now.
Thanks, guys. So we were supposed to have a few people come up in front, but I don't know where any of my other panelists are. So but Limestone Property Management, we're well connected with a lot of different vendors. Whether you're looking for somebody for legal advice, we're connected with attorneys. Whether you're looking for a painter, roofer in this place, wherever you may be, give us a call. We'll be able to help. We'll be happy to help actually. So I think it's great. A little bit about me. I'm a family man. I have 3 small children. I spend most of my time with them when I'm not working, which is almost every day. Well, essentially every day. But I really do enjoy my time spending with my kids when I'm not too busy working or traveling or just going to a skate park with my son. So it's a lot of fun. I don't have any questions right now, so I guess without further ado, how you guys could start. If you want to share whatever you'd like to share, and if there's anything you want me to post, please let me know.
Okay, great. So yeah, we're really excited to be part of this, and thank you, Brian, for including us. We really appreciate it. It's all about connections and everything else. We all know how our industry works. So again, thank you. Basically, what we wanted to talk about, I want to start off on different types of roofing systems. Basically, you're looking at, in this market, shingle roofs, tile roofs, metal roofs, and then of course we have flat roofs. Flat roofs are also very common, typically, on several commercial buildings. Individual homes that have like a flat roof in the back of the house for like an extension and things of that nature. Shingle roofs, we are fortunate to be blessed with being a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. What that does is there's only a handful of us in the whole southeastern part of Florida, and Owens Corning vets contractors to make sure that we do things according to their specifications in order to be part of that program. Therefore, we're also able to offer a non-prorated warranty to customers that choose to go with the platinum system on their shingle roofs, which requires different things like we have to install ridge vent, we have to install specific underlayments, and a few other variables that are involved with that. And then also, if you see the Pink Panther up here, a lot of questions come up is, oh, how are you able to use that? And that's all part of that program. If you see any of our company trucks, Pink Panther is on everything. The little Pink Panther hearts are on everything, kisses are on everything. So it really catches a lot of attention. And then also the hard hats, we do pink hard hats to kind of reflect the pink with, our company colors are like pink and blue. And then we take that off of the Pink Panther. So then going on to a tile roof, again, that's a shingle aspect of it. We offer tile roof installations, which are really popular in South Florida. And then metal roofs are taking off. A lot of people are upgrading to metal roof systems. Metal roofs last the longest of any system, and they totally change the look of the house. And it's one of those situations where you have to like that look. Some people don't like the way a metal roof looks, but it's strictly personal preference on that. And then Philip, do you want to talk about the reputation and everything else?
Absolutely. So we've been 21 years in this business. I believe our reputation, if you talk to your neighborhood, everybody knows us. And we believe that that would be the best advertising we could have. When the client did a project with us, we talk about us because they will explain you about the experience. The experience could be very different according to different project and different company. And we blessed and we work really hard to make sure that you will have an experience from A to Z that you will be totally pleased. I always tell to my client, we get married for 2 to 6 months together. So we experience the entire project together, and we will hold your hand. We will explain you things. We will repeat you things, because we understand that we do that for life, and we hope that you will do it once or maybe twice in your life. So we totally understand the process, and we understand also the pain you could have, because a lot of contractors in this world, sometimes they just believe you're a number, you're another project, and we do not. We understand that you may have leaks in the past, you may have a lot of stress because of this roof, and we really want to ease the pain and release the pressure that you have on your shoulder to make your roof last longer. And this is exactly what John was telling you about the wainscoting system we can install. Two roofs could look exactly the same, but will not perform the same in the long run. So choosing a roofer, it's not only about price sometimes, it's about the quality of roof that we will install, so it will last longer. So you won't have those stress again. And this is what we're doing. This is what we're planning to do all the time, to find the right solution to your problem for your roofs.
Yeah. And to touch on that also is all of the reps, all of our, I don't want to say reps, all of our consultants, because that's what we are. We have a process that we go through with the client to try to discover their needs and their wants, and what their expectations are. We don't just throw a price out to somebody. Everything is explained to them. We try to hear what they really want, and then we summarize everything with them in the beginning and at the end of the presentation. We go about things a little bit differently. So, we're blessed with great reps that really know, consultants that really know what they're doing. So we're really fortunate to have that.
Yeah, the process is pretty simple. But lately, every time I meet with a client, they tell me, "Oh, you're the only one showing up. Everybody's sending me a satellite," which I believe it's being lazy. Okay, it's true that with satellite we have a lot of information, which will be the measurement, the shape, and few information. But there's so many things that I would not be able to look at on a satellite. The fascia condition, the problem that the client previously had, the new installation of maybe a solar system that was not on the satellite. So the approach that we have, it's meeting with the client, try to really understand what's concerned them, what they would like to fix, and what will be the best system that will help them in the long run. We take a lot of pictures. We have a full list of questions that we'll ask them. So sometimes they will not even think about those answers. And then only then we can prepare a customized proposal to them. And that make a big difference, because it's not just a proposal. It's really, now we're creating this relationship together, finding their issues and fixing them.
Yeah, and also another important part is, this is just for anybody in general. When you're getting estimates from different contractors, it's important to find out how long they've been in business, check out the Google reviews, and making sure that those Google reviews are genuine. If you look at our reviews, they're reviews that are not manufactured. They all tell a story. So it's super important that you look at that when you're getting other bids with other contractors. And Brian, did you want me to touch on as far as preventative maintenance and things of that nature too?
Yeah, we definitely can. Now we did get one question, so I'm
okay.
It's from Taylor, and because you were talking a little about the different kinds of roofs. So she said, I heard of aluminum roofs being used more lately. Does it make the home hotter at all? So,
no. There's aluminum, and then there's galvanized roof systems. Aluminum, if you're near salt water or brackish water like canals, then you have to go with aluminum, or else a manufacturer will not warranty the roof. They will not warranty the material. As far as heat, a metal roof system, just like your car, if you park your car out in the sun, it's going to get hot, but as soon as you put it in the shade, it cools off right away. It's the same thing with a metal roof system. So that heat transfer, it may heat up, but it's really quick in cooling down.
Coming from Europe, the tile system actually in Florida, it's sometimes a mistake, and I will tell you why. The tile we install in Europe, in Spain, in France, and in Italy. Why? Because the tile will absorb the heat during the day and diffuse during the night inside the house when nobody got heaters.
Yeah.
So the tile may not be the best option you may have in South Florida, and that's why metal could be a better solution for you. Really depend where you're at and what
Yeah.
you prefer.
And again, the tile system is great. You know, a lot now the trend is going with darker colors. Okay, so with going with the darker colors, it's super important that the attic is ventilated. And most of the homes that we see have soffit vents. You know, on the overhang of the house, you look up and you see the little vents. Those are soffit vents, but they don't have any place for the air to escape. So it's super important that we install roof vents on the house. And then also it's a good time to have your roof, your attic checked out for insulation to make sure you have enough insulation in the attic. Those couple things are going to make a huge difference with keeping your house cooler and having your AC system run more efficiently.
All right, Taylor, I hope that answered your question. And I think I do think that's a great segue, like in fact, to go into a little bit about maintenance. Because yeah, everybody has a roof. So what's the best way to maintain that roof?
Well, and just like anything, a roof has to be maintained just like you maintain your car or anything else that you own. It's important if if you look at your home and you have trees that are touching your house and the branches are scraping against your roof, it's good practice to have the tree trimmed or anything around the house to be 1 foot to 2 feet away from the house. You know, and not only does it prevent potential damage to the roof, but it also prevents like rodents that are going to be jumping onto your roof and getting into your house. So it's really important to do that. Also, satellite dishes. You know, you don't want somebody to install a satellite dish directly on top of your roof. Satellite dishes should be installed properly on the fascia or on a wall of a house. You don't want any fasteners going through that roof. And with solar systems, talk about fasteners. Solar systems, if somebody contracts with us to have a roof installed and they decide they want to go with solar, we have to do an inspection on that solar system to make sure it's installed properly so that we can continue the warranty on the remaining part of the roof. Typically, the solar company will warranty the brackets going into the roof. So that's all, that's all part of maintenance. As far as cleaning your roof, there is light power washing involved in any roof. You have to be a little bit more careful with a shingle roof because you don't want to power wash the granules off. There's systems that can be applied. One in particular is called Rooficide, and it's a biodegradable product that's sprayed on the roof, and then it just eats away at all the mold and mildew, and then your roof is clean. And that's it. That is the best because then you don't have a lot of people walking on it. You don't have a lot of heavy equipment on your roof. So that's one of the good ways to take care of it. Also, before a hurricane or any, weather event, it's always good to have somebody inspect the roof, to make sure that, especially with a flat roof, that you don't have any seams that are popped up. You don't have any leaks that you may not be seeing, but, something might be leaking and, going through an area that's not in living space. It might be on the overhang of the house that you're not noticing these leaks. So it's super important to have all those things looked at prior to a weather event. Anything else you can think of, Philip?
Yeah, but what I wanted to tell you, it's like you always need to build the relationship with your roofer.
It's super important.
Tell you why, because the day when you will have a leak, you don't want to spend the time to look for a roofer, to check their reviews and everything, because you're dealing with a leak, which is an emergency. So the best is always to build the relationship with the reputable roofer. And one of the good parts also with Chase Roofing, for 7 years, we'll send a team member who will inspect this roof for you and give you a report. What is it very important for you? For one thing, the less traffic you have on this roof, the better it will be. So when you will have, let's say, a plumber going on this roof, or you may have your solar installed, just say, please make sure everything will be done correctly because I will have Chase Roofings coming in to do an inspection and take pictures for me. So they will understand that anything that they could see wrong, they will let you know because nobody goes on their roof. Nobody knows what's going on. So knowing that you have this inspection from us every single year for 7 years when you complete the roof with us, it's a huge plus.
Yeah. Also, another huge something that's really important to talk about is we are also a GC, so that when people have their new roofs installed and they choose to upgrade their roof to wall connections, a lot of older homes have what are called toenail. So and that's what's holding basically your trusses down to your roof. Those do not qualify for insurance discounts. And when you upgrade to, different fastening systems, gussets, whatever you may have, they will save you drastic dollars on your insurance. I mean, some of these savings, we've been seeing people saving, $2,000 a year on their insurance. So it makes a huge difference. So being a GC, we're able to do it legally. Some people will do that, but they're not a GC and they're not supposed to be doing these hurricane straps. Also, we talked about the maintenance. Another big thing with Chase Roofing is we own a franchise called Shine of Fort Lauderdale. So we are a window cleaning company, holiday lighting, landscape lighting, and power washing. We also will clean your roof for you. So, talk about the maintenance on the roof. We can also clean your roof for you too, so you don't have to worry about calling anybody else to do that. So, I'm giving a big plug to our Shine company because Stephanie, who is the GM for that, she does a fantastic job running the company. So,
and one thing about what John just touched, it's about, we all do that to decorate before Christmas, any holidays, your roof. And the big mistake that people will do, they will drill anything on the roof just to put those lights. That will really affect the life of your roof because now the water could come inside. So anything that you will put on this roof or the fascia will be the wood all around the roof. I highly recommend that you would just install something that will be a clip, but do not drill anything. That will really hurt you in the long run, and you will have some wood damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Also, if you see on some roofs, you see those big turbines on the top of the roof. Typically, during a hurricane, you're supposed to go up, take the turbine off, and put a cap over the top of it. It looks like a big plate. You're supposed to do that in order, the wind won't get into the turbine and cause any further damage to your roof. So that's something else that's all part of the maintenance during, prior to a storm.
And if I can touch on another thing, we know all association needs to do some large project and needs to do all the roofs at the same. And we have the relationship with some commercial bank who can help you with your project. So I don't want you to think so much. We can take care of the system that we will install, and we can also put you in contact with all those banks that will help you to finance those projects.
Yeah, that's super important too, because a lot of times associations don't know where to turn for financing, so we can direct them the proper way, and then they can make a decision on what they want to do. Because we all know a lot of associations now are getting assessed for roof replacements. They're running into situations with their insurance companies and they have to get a roof. So, we're able to kind of direct them and help them out with that too.
So we have, so Taylor asked 2 more questions. I say she, but I don't know. I want to say they.
Yeah.
Because I really not to her, so I apologize. So they want to know, because speaking about, I guess, the roof lifespan of an aluminum roof compared to other roofs. So what sort of lifespan do you have on an aluminum roof versus a shingled roof? And then the other question is, can you put solar panels on a metal roof?
Okay, so the first question, a metal roof is going to last the longest. They consider it, the last roof you'll put on the house. Okay, it does last the longest. The manufacturer warranty on the material. Now that's just on the material. It's not on labor and everything else. Some manufacturers are giving up to 50 years on the material, but it's a little deceiving. You really have to listen. You really have to read the fine print. So, we don't present it as being, oh, you have a 50-year warranty on your roof. That's not accurate. That's misleading.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, it lasts the longest. You'll get, over 35 years on a metal roof. Longer than that. It just depends on, there's different aspects you have to look at also. It depends on how many hurricane cycles that roof has been through. Okay. And how well you maintain it. If you don't maintain it, then, it's not going to last as long. As far as solar panels, yes. I have a client that I was just working with the other day, and we sent them the diagram of the roof panels, and they have existing solar panels. So, and they're only like 2 years old, so they just want to reuse them on the metal roof. So they have their contractor that has clips that are specific to the standing seam that comes up on a metal roof that'll clip on those and hold the panels down. So yes.
The good part about installing solar on metal, you do not have to drill the deck, which is a huge.
That's
You
why
will
those are
have
the
to do that,
clips.
absolutely.
Yeah,
You will have to do
yeah.
that with the shingle roof. You will have to do that on the tile roof. So I will highly recommend, if you want to install solar panels, maybe you should consider to have a metal roof, because that would be the one that will protect you the most against leaks of those brackets penetration. Regarding the life, if you wanted the life of the tile roof, according to the insurance, would be between 20 to 25 years, and on a shingle roof would be between 15 to 20 years. So you really have 15 to 20 years for the shingles, 20 to 25 for the tile, and you got 30 to 35 to 40, depending on the metal. That will be the life, more or less, of your roof system.
Different systems, yeah.
Great summary, Taylor. I hope that answered your questions. As you can tell, Chase Roofing, they're well versed in everything that you need for roofs. So if you are looking for those aluminum roofs, if you are looking even for financing your roof, these are the guys you need to call. So if you like, when this is over, give us your, and you're getting the poll, just make sure you put in your contact information, and we'll share that with John, and so that way they can follow up and see if you have any other questions. Oh, you have one more question. Okay, so last question. Are hurricane-proof windows / doors, is the metal roof equal or stronger in the event of a storm? So I guess she's asking, how does it compare? Like, what's the hurricane rating on an aluminum roof? Is what.
Well, I mean, but I don't. It's the question about the windows. I don't understand what.
Well, because in the question they said, are hurricane-proof windows and doors, is the metal roof equal or stronger?
Oh no, it depends on the windows that you get. Some windows have higher hurricane impact ratings to them, and the roof systems are also different. So, for example, if you go with a shingle roof, and it's surprising because if you go with a platinum system on a shingle roof, you know, the wind uplift on a dimensional shingle roof is over 135 miles per hour. So it's strong. And then, you know, a shingle, or I'm sorry, and tile and metal is about the same. Again, it just depends on how the product was installed.
Okay,
Because there's different metal systems. There's different metal systems that have a higher wind uplift. There's some that have a lower wind uplift. So, you know, that's when we try to discover with the client and find out what they're looking for, so that we can place that product accordingly to what they want.
What John wanted to tell you, it's like you have different type of connection.
Yeah.
For the metal roof. The metal roof will last long in a very high wind. The metal roof will be the one that will last.
Correct.
Compared to the tile and the shingle. The shingle and the tile will be almost the same. The tile will be a little bit higher, but the metal is the low. So if you could have from 200 to 260 miles per hour with the metal, when you will have 130 on the shingle. So there's a huge difference. But depending on your city requirement about the system we will install, you will have different wind rating. That's why the answer is very vague, because but it's above 200 miles per hour, which is huge. If you have more than 200 miles per hour, your least concern is the roof, maybe.
But as far as the metal roof is concerned, there is you know, if you look at some commercial type roofs, like you look at a restaurant, for example, and you see the metal roof and it has all the fasteners going along the top of it. Those systems are the least expensive systems to go with the lowest wind uplift.
Right.
We only do the standing seam roofing system, which has an actual interlock to it that clips onto the fasteners. And there's other methods also for installation, but those are the most appealing and longest lasting with the highest wind uplift.
Just for information, during Ian storm, most of the metal roof still there.
Yeah.
The problem with the shingles and the tile, they gone. So when you have a high storm, that's the issue you may have.
And with the tile roofs that were installed with the foam adhesive, which is a newer system over the last over 10 years, those also held up better than mechanically fastened tile with screws and nails. So there are different, again, there's several different systems out there that can be applicable to a specific home.
Okay, it just depends on, I guess, what it is that your property, Taylor, that you're going to be looking for.
Yes, yeah.
And the last information I would like to provide you, it's like the code change in January 1st, 2024. It's very important to have a company who will understand the change of code, because sometimes it won't be at the benefit of the client, because the city may see the uplift of the wind, the priority, where we will see both the lift of because of the wind and also protecting you against the leaks. Okay, so we want to put a stronger system for the wind and against the leaks, where the city today is focusing only on the wind. So it's always good to discuss with your consultant about the type of system allowed. And sometimes the code is just the bare minimum. Sometimes it's not here to protect you fully against in a long run. So talk to your consultant and he will provide you some information about the new code that will really help you. And it's very simple to understand when we'll give you some guidance.
Yeah, and then there's bases for the new code, new systems. So we can offer that to you. We could also offer enhanced systems that will make your system stronger. So there's different things there's so many different variables. That's why it's so important to really talk to somebody that is well versed, especially with the permitting and everything else involved with our new changes. Tamara Chase is on the board for the Florida Roofing and Sheet Metal Association. So she kind of gets gets all the information on what needs to be done. John Chase being, a licensed GC, he works with the inspectors on different systems and different rules and regulations. So they're always at the forefront of making sure that we're doing the right thing for our clients and for the company.
I think that was great, guys. I mean, you guys covered such a great wide range of topic. Taylor, you offered some great questions. Obviously, this was a small group, but I think we still handled it really well. And best case scenario, we got a bunch of really cool sound bites.
Exactly. There we go.
So I think it went well, and definitely, Taylor, we'll make sure we get that information from you when we're over. Is there any closing statements you guys would like to say?
No, not that I can think of. I just think it's really important to make sure, that you're not picking, a roofing contractor that works out of his, pickup truck, or, you Google their address and it's their home address that comes up. Okay. Those are huge red flags. All right. We have a facility, I always tell people as you're, heading south on 95, hopefully not doing 95 miles an hour. As soon as you pass our building, Cypress Creek exit is right there, and you can see our building right there along 95. We have a full facility that's equipped. We have 10 box trucks for maintenance that, we send one of our box trucks out. They can go out and do any repairs with all the different materials that are in that truck. Also, we have a full crew a full team inside, admin, production people, field people that you can have constant contact with and that kind of orchestrate the whole process, and in always keeping the client in the loop on what's going on from the minute that paperwork is received in the office till when the permit is filed, till when the permit's approved, materials are ordered, materials are delivered, crew is dispatched to the house, customer gets notified on every step. So small companies they're not equipped to handle that.
It's a great point that you made, John. I'm always surprised when I meet some client and they will tell me we have a quote from this company. I never tell anything wrong about any competitors, but it's always surprised me that when people will buy a car, for sure they will always know the brand and got friends talking about the brand. You cannot test drive a roof. So you better, when you spend $20,000 to $100,000 sometime on roof, you need to work with a reputable company. You cannot just pick a price, and because the system looked the same on a proposal that could be typed in 5 minutes on a computer, it will be exactly the same experience, the same longevity, and the same type of knowledge that you will have on this project. So just find a reputable company that will protect you in the long run. That's the biggest asset in your life, your house. And the roof is the most important part of this asset. Don't pick and choose just a name, and because there's 5 Google reviews, you think you're protected. You're not. Absolutely not.
Yeah. And then also, we talked about the residential roofing. We do a lot of commercial roofing also. We just recently purchased a company out of Boca, AAA Roofing. They have an excellent team in place. They have a great reputation. They have a lot of connections, and it was just a great fit for our company. And that's opening the door for us to do more commercial work also. So we're taking off on doing commercial work, and we're super excited about that.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. I love your analogy about you can't test drive your roof. I'm gonna remember
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
It's so
You can't.
true. You cannot test drive your roof. So everyone
Yeah.
should really remember that. I think I mean, you guys covered everything. You really hit the proverbial roof nail on the
A roof nail. There we go. Galvanized roof nail or stainless steel.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think Taylor has any more questions. She went down. She went
Okay.
down. Guys, it's 10:30. I think we can wrap it up now. What do you think?
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Thank you
Okay.
so much. And again, thank you so much, Brian, for including us. Okay.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for attending our first webinar. One of
All
one,
right.
but one of many. So
Okay,
I'll get
cool.
Yeah,
information.
we'll bring you luck as
Yeah.
always.
Yes, definitely. And I'll get this information so I can send it over to you. You know, you can maybe follow up and see if Taylor needs
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
guys. Thank
All
you
right,
so
bye-bye.
much. It was a real pleasure. Have a good day,
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
everyone. So that is it. That is the end of our first webinar hosted by yours truly, the owner operator of Limestone Property Management. I mean, we learned so much about roofing, and we learned so much about just the overall maintenance that comes with getting with installing a roof, the kind of questions you should ask when you're dealing with a roofer. Man, I feel like if you need to get more information about this, give Chase Roofing a call, or if you'd like, I just had Lorena. She just hopped back on the call. So she's our admin for Limestone Property Management. So that is our goal here at Limestone Property Management. That is to bring the best professionals of every industry to you, so that way you as a consumer can make good decisions as to who you're going to do business with. And if you would like to get in contact with our vendors, or you'd like to be welcomed into our ecosystem of property management vendors, please give us a call. Limestone Property Management. You can visit our website at limestonepropertymanagement.com, or you can send me an email at contact@limestonepropertymanagement.com. And there we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And we'll be happy to, of course, to get you in touch with the right people to get a lot of these issues resolved. So once again, it was a real pleasure having everybody here. We look forward to seeing you on our next webinar. Thanks.